Hi, everybody. Good morning and welcome to another Tarot Tea Time. This is our morning live stream and we've got some hot topics to get into today. So I have a whole list right here. I have shared the list, but if you guys have something that you really want us to get into, feel free to leave it in the comments. I will try to get to it, but this is going to be a little bit of a faster, like a quick sip today because, well, that's the day. But let's get going. Be sure to say hi as you guys pop in. By the way, I see there's a couple people in here, and yeah, say hello so we can all see you and say hi to you. Okay, so I guess I'll get right into it since here we are. All right. So first story of the day is about Jessica Alba and Cash Warren. These two have been married for 16 years, and sadly, they have announced that they're getting a divorce. Now, the announcement came amid the wildfires in LA, still thinking of everyone in LA. But it kind of got hidden. Sometimes when a big story comes out, it can get buried when there's a bigger thing happening. So I do want us to look into this and see what's going on. Oh my God. Hi, Heat Lifer. Hi, Sage Moon. How is everybody? How are you guys doing? I'm sending y'all a big, big hug. You guys have your tea, your coffee, or something? I got my little energy drink, my little guilty pleasure. Oh, can you guys see that I have my decor for the Valentine's podcast episodes? I'm recording those later today. So excited. Yeah, so it's going to be a whole love astrology extravaganza in February. Hey, Nigel, how's it going? How are you doing? Yay. Okay, everyone's coming on in here. Okay, and actually, before I continue, Heat Lifer, you requested the Patreon. I'm going to go ahead and put the link right here so everybody has it. There will be a Patreon video going up today, little housekeeping. That'll be going up today. I'm super excited about it. And Sage, I saw that you already joined. Let's see, until February 1st, I'm going to continue to post on both Patreon and the members only in YouTube just to make sure everybody has a little bit of time to jump over. But I do have the link for that too. I'm going to put that in the members only video that's also going up today. I hope this all makes sense. So that members can access it because it's a members only tier that gives you guys a lower price. So Sage, if you do want to cancel and go back to that, I will totally get it. We got to save our coin these days, Okay, but love you guys and I appreciate your support so much. Oh my God, y'all are angels. Okay, so let me put let's see, the Patreon link for everybody here. And then for the members, that's going to be in the description on the member video. Let me know if y'all have any questions, if that's not making sense. All right, now to find it in my copious notes. Oh God. Okay, I need the elevator music. Do do do. I'll generate my own. Let's see. Bear with me. Bear with me. Okay. Patreon. My God. Okay, maybe I'll do this when we're done. It's patreon.com/in the cards and stars. Yes. Okay, yes, that is what it is. Copying, pasting it, and then we shall get back to the tea spillage. Thank you for your patience. Okay. There we go. There it is for everybody. Let me know if y'all have any issues. We're still, beginning of something. There's a couple bugs, but we're gonna get it smoothed out. It's gonna be a good time. Okay, let's see who else is in here. Hey Gigi, how's it going? Ugh, Sage. Sage, my spirit. Here's your spirit. Feeling some rage with the state of the world, but happy to be vibing out with the fam today. Sage, same. Same. I'm like, this is the only thing that is, keeping me sane and happy. And the truth is, at least in this moment, we can generate our own happiness, our own love. Yeah. But it's tough. It's tough when you feel powerless in certain ways, right? So lots changing in the world, lots going on. At the very end of this, you guys, I don't know if y'all were able to check out the list of topics for today, but I am going to be pulling an angel card for all of us and a Britney Spears Oracle card for a little advice, how to keep our vibes high. If you are feeling stressed with all the changes and all the craziness. So we will get into that for sure at the end to end on a high note. Hi, Jazz. How's it going? Makes total sense, but I think I messed up the first time because I did a custom pledge for Patreon, but figured it might not register I feel like signing up. LOL, thanks for keeping us updated. I love you, Sage. Thank you so much. Yeah, if you need to like cancel and then use the member link, that might be better, but that'll be on the members only description. In the description, I'll put that link and it's just for you guys. It's like a special price, but okay. Yes, got you, girl. And thank you for trying to join early. You're the best. Mhm. Music's keeping Nigel sane. All right. All right. Whatever works. The time of the day helps us forget about the outside world. Yes. Amen, heat lifer. So let's forget about it. Let's get in our little bubble of light and happiness and tea. Let's have some fun. Okay. Got to keep our vibes high. So Jessica Alba, Cash Warren at the divorce. Now, you guys, this is so crazy because I always looked at them as like such the perfect couple and they just seemed so in love and they were together for 16 years. So that's a huge accomplishment. But I really do wonder what could have happened. So I don't know. Allegedly, for entertainment purposes only, we're going to see what's going on. We're going to pull a couple cards. So let's see. Sending prayers and healing energy to the people affected in LA, by the way. Oh, yes, Nigel. That is so sweet. Thank you. Us too. We'll join you in that. Okay. Let's see. Jessica Alba and Cash Warren. It's also interesting to me that they did announce the divorce during the LA wildfires, just because sometimes when celebrities don't want the information necessarily to be out there, they'll like, share it at a time when it would definitely be overshadowed by bigger news stories. So I don't think that they really want to talk about it or want this out there. Let's do past, present, future of their relationship. So in the past, 10 of Swords. Wow. Okay. So in the past, we already have a 10 of Swords. So I do think that the relationship, allegedly for entertainment purposes only, ended a long time ago. And because we have 10, this could have even been 10 months ago. Um, a lot of the times people will keep things quiet, right? So this to me says it's been over for a while. Okay. Makes sense. I mean, oh, okay. Before I could even start shuffling, this just flipped over. In the present moment, Two of Wands, they're thinking about the future. Makes sense. They have to plan a new future now. Both of them have to decide where they want to go from here. Spending 16 years with someone and then making that kind of change. I really can't imagine. That would be just probably the craziest feeling. Okay, let's see. Sage says, heard about Jessica Alba's split. Totes think her man's was a little jelly. She was the bigger star and extremely successful. Ooh, Sage, that's some tea. Wasn't he like her manager and that's how they met? Or he was a manager or something? Interesting, Sage. Okay. So what about the future? She looks amazing, by the way. And I've heard that she's going to do like a big Hollywood comeback. Very interesting. I wonder where Pisces and Virgo are in her birth chart. I have been learning so much about it, Sage Moon, by the way. It will allay all of your fears about this transit. It definitely helped me, and that's going to be on Patreon, but I'm actually very excited about this. So not as bad as I thought. Okay. And then next, Page of Swords. Okay. So we may be seeing, this is kind of sad, but like immature communication coming forward at some point. And I don't know if that could be like sources talking, if this is going to be them. There's a little bit of pettiness. So this is in the future position. So there may be some pettiness in the future. We may see, some stuff that we're like, okay, well, we saw that in the cards. Yeah, I feel like it's not quite as amicable as they may want to put out there, and the pettiness kind of shows that. So let's see what happened. I want to see from Jessica's point of view, how does she feel about the split, the reason behind it, just what comes through. Yeah, her honest company is valued at like 1 billion or something like that. Oh my God, Sage, that's crazy. I also heard that the honest company, like they were getting into some like legal trouble because allegedly like some of their products weren't as like clean as they were saying, like one of those like greenwashing type of things. I would be curious to learn more about that as well, because these days, I'm trying to get more into like clean beauty and cruelty-free beauty and stuff like that. And so the greenwashing is a thing. It's a thing. Okay. So Jessica, how does she feel about the breakup? Allegedly. Knight of Pentacles, stability. Okay, let me get a clarifier here. This is stability, a stable offer. This could be someone new, or this could be the way that she looks at him. Four of Cups. Okay, this is the way she looks at him. All right. She is sad. The 4 of Cups, this is someone who's actually very disappointed. That along with the Knight of Pentacles, this is like such a positive card to get for someone that you're like interested in or dating because this is talking about someone who has like a lot of stability, someone who's very trustworthy. This is the card that is associated with earth sign energy. Um it's like very nurturing. It's like very paternal in a weird way. I know it sounds strange, but it is. It's like a comforting person who's very like loving and generous with you. The fact that this is how she feels, it's sad about this loss. That's what I'm getting. I don't think that she wanted this. Okay. What about him? Oh, hey, Michael. Run in the background, but probably won't be able to comment much. Hi, everyone. Okay. Well, we understand. And that was at 11:11. Oh my God. Well, I appreciate you having the tea running in the background at the law firm. He's a real one. Okay. So how does he feel? How does Cash Warren feel? Allegedly. Stop it, Sage. Sage has the Astro T. Sage says, Britt, oh my God, allegedly, Jessica's a very late degree at Leo rising with Virgie in her first house, Pisces in the seventh. I can't, like, I'm like, oh, I'm going to fall down. Sage, no way. Okay, thank you for sharing that. Oh my God, my spray tan hand looks crazy. Apologies. Um, Oh my God. You guys, astrology in the wild moment. So the first house of identity versus her seventh house of relationship. So a letting go, a changing. But this is, if it's okay with Pisces in the seventh, this is happening because it's time for her to experience something new in relationships. Maybe she's always gone for someone that is safe. Maybe she gets complacent, she stops growing, something like that. And the Virgo rising, by the way, makes sense as to why she looks really young. Dolly Parton is also a Virgo rising, and so is Trisha Paytas. Like people with Virgo rising specifically tend to look young for longer and have more like childlike. I know it sounds weird, but like childlike features in a way with their face. Like there's like an openness to their face that makes them look more youthful. I know, wild. Okay. Chart rating is double A, so it's real. Oh my gosh, Sage. Okay. Well, confirmation. That is crazy. Thank you for telling us that, Sage. That's so wild. I will never get over it. I'm telling you, big changes with Virgo and Pisces. Okay. So now let's see how he feels allegedly. What does Cash Warren feel about this divorce? Okay, the high priestess, this is a spiritual time for him, or he looks at her as a spiritual person. Let me get clarification. Hmm. The Fool, oh, he's ready for a fresh start. This is him. Interesting. So he has this like more spiritual energy about him in this moment. I am a little bit confused about this. I wonder if he's a Pisces. I don't know. I'm getting some kind of vibes. And then the Fool card is ready for a fresh start. The Fool card also has 0 at the top. So this means like really wanting to start from scratch in your life. It feels a little bit like, I hate to be cliche, but it feels a little bit like midlife crisis energy. But what we call a midlife crisis could sometimes be for people like an awakening, of like what they like want to fulfill in their lives that they didn't like make those choices to get there when they were young because they didn't know themselves well enough. So I feel like for him, because we do have the high priestess, it doesn't feel as shallow. It feels like maybe there's a lot in his life that he has started to question because when he made the choices that got him to where he is today, he was just young and like immature. And maybe he wants to change course in a few areas of his life. And she just might not be on that same page. Like this could be wanting to move to Italy, but your significant other just refuses. And you're just kind of at a standstill and unhappiness could ensue and then you move anyway, like made up scenario, but something like that where you're just kind of in different places. But this is, yeah, him really wanting a fresh start. This is wild. He's a Capricorn at January 10th. Thank you so much, Sage. Okay, so January 10th, that's a 1 energy Capricorn. 1 is the energy of someone who's independent, who does need to experience life on their own terms. And once they do that, they can be a good partner. But if they never really did that, like if he's always been codependent or something like that, there could be a need for him to go out on his own as the Fool. The Fool. So interesting. Okay, hold on. Need a little sip of my water. Hmm. Say the same things about Gemini risings, LMAO. But Gigi. Okay, Sage says, yep, she's an 8-degree Taurus sun in the ninth. Okay, interesting. So she may be the one that wants to live abroad. 27 degrees Leo rising and 26 degrees Aqua moon in the sixth. Interesting. Okay, a lot of change, a lot of change. And then with Pluto conjunct her moon right now, and with this new moon coming up on the 29th, yeah, she's in a totally new phase emotionally of wanting to have like a rebirth, you know? This makes sense. This makes sense. The astrology checks out. So, yeah, I would say this reading, stamp like that's what it is. That's the T. But wishing them both love. I hope that they both find whatever makes them happy. It looks like they're both in a season of growth. And this is opening up a new chapter, like time for a fresh start, a new cycle. So I hope that it's positive for them. And they have said they're going to stay friends. I think that that's true, despite the Page of Swords pettiness. I think that they will like stay friendly. But there may be a little, little pettiness as things play out. But sending them love. Okay, interesting. And thank you for all of the contributions astrologically, Sage. That was so amazing. Let's see. Heat Lifer says, hey, hey. Oh my God, guess who's signed in as a member of Patreon? Finally. Yay, Heat Lifer. Oh my God, I'm so excited. Woo, woo. Okay, cheers, Heat Lifer. You're in. Okay, it's going to be so fun. I'm excited. Astrology in the Wild checks out again. It sure does, Sage. It sure does. Okay. Oh, I got to sip for its bad luck. Okay. Next story. Let's move it along. Okay. So our next story, oh my God, guys, this one's kind of funny, is about Taylor Swift. So here is the latest tea. I was watching a Sloan video. You guys know I love Sloan. Got to give credit where credit is due. I pull a lot of cards based on like the blind items and the stories that he shares because I like to, get to the bottom of what people are saying. And I was watching one of his videos, as I always do, as soon as it comes out. And he actually said that Taylor Swift, in his blind item video, he said that Taylor Swift supposedly turned down Blake's request to attend this most recent game that the Kansas City Chiefs were playing in the playoffs. I guess she wanted to go, like how they had gone in the past together. And, they get dressed up. Sometimes they coordinate outfits. It's a whole photo shoot opportunity. And allegedly, according to this blind item, Taylor said no. And she is actually distancing herself, according to sources. Okay, so, and Taylor allegedly, if we do subscribe to the fact that she's a Scorpio rising, which I do, because looking at her birth chart and some major things that have happened, that does make a lot of sense just based on the timing of things and the transits happening during those times. So if she, in fact, does have Virgo in her 11th house, which is like friendships, groups of people, then it makes a lot of sense that she may be distancing herself and making changes when it comes to her friendships, drawing new boundaries, maybe taking just a closer look at things. And with Virgo ruling that 11th house, that's the South Node activating her 11th house. So South Node is like needing to process things from the past, maybe needing to reevaluate things, cycles repeating. She has had cycles before where she's had really good friends like Carly Kloss, who ended up, talking to the press or trying to leverage her fame allegedly, and it backfired. So I do think there's a wound there with Taylor not always feeling like people truly want to be friends with her for her and like kind of using her in little ways. And I do think her name being brought into this and her being called a dragon, I don't think she loved that. We're going to pull some cards on it, but Taylor did respond, or a source responded on Taylor's behalf. And they said that it was perplexing to Taylor that she was mentioned in Justin's lawsuit and that when she was present at the time when he says that, um, like people were coming in and out of this famous person, aka Taylor's loft, while this meeting was going on, and that Taylor was present at one point during the meeting and basically like talked up Blake's script. Um, she said that she was very perplexed that she was brought into the lawsuit because she was just looking at this as like a hangout with her friend, and the meeting ended up just going long, and that's why she was there. It wasn't a coordinated effort to pressure or to like be there on purpose. It was sort of one of those like accidental things where she just was there to meet her friend anyway, and the meeting was still going on, and so she happened to stumble upon the situation, basically. Okay, so yikes. But then she also said that she is merely a supportive friend to Blake and has never had any interest in working with her on any sort of project or whatever. So I was like, oh dang. This does kind of confirm the tea of the last reading that I did, where I did pull that she had wanted to do something with Blake at one point, but now it's over. So I do think that she wanted to work with her. I'm still gonna stand by that. Maybe they were even cooking something up, like like a directorial debut or like co-directing something. Yeah, and I think that that is a no, at least not together. Taylor could still do it on her own, but yeah, sharp left turn here. It's a little nuts. So, oh my god. Dang. Yeah, GG. No interest in working with her. I know. That's a little rough. It's rough. Okay. Sage says that LMAO, Blake Loki did it to herself. She thought she was going to use Taylor like a weapon. I know. I know. That was really bad. And Taylor said, psych. This might be the one time I like Tay Tay LMFAO. I know. Me too. Me too. Like, I do like Taylor. I don't know. It's complicated. It's complicated. Like, I see her, I get her. I feel like she wouldn't have survived as long in this snaky kind of industry. Um, but yeah, if she wasn't also like able to outthink and outmaneuver people. But I do think that, we've seen her make some pretty big mistakes and be a little harsh in the past. So we'll see. We'll see. She's interesting though. She keeps it interesting. Okay. So let's just see what the deal is with that. What is the energy that wants to come through around the relationship and specifically around like this blind item and Taylor basically turning down Blake's, I don't know, like inviting herself to the Chiefs game. So let's see what comes through. Okay, the strength card. Yeah, Taylor's having to be strong right now. Interesting. Now, the strength card is also associated with Leo. We know that Blake is a Leo rising, so I do think this has a double meaning. This is talking about I think Taylor's need to be strong and to like, keep those boundaries up, while at the same time, really pointing to the fact that it's Blake that she has to keep the boundaries with because of this Leo card. Leos, especially Leo risings, when they are immature or like acting from like a low vibration, they can like suck the air out of the room, right? Like, on the bright side, if they're evolved and kind and like good hearted, they shine so brightly and they can make other people shine as well. Like, I have a really good friend who's a Leo, and she makes everyone feel like just so good about themselves. And she's just like a bright light. Her name's Monique. I've had her on my show before, and she's just like a genuinely like such a good person. And I just admire her so much. She's a Leo. But then I've also met other Leos who they are not that evolved and they will walk into a room and it's like they have to be the loudest person and they wait until you're done talking just so they can start talking. So that's kind of what I feel like this is. And I think that Taylor has finally like woken up to this. I'm sure she had like little inklings, but maybe just sort of like brushed it off. But this has been a time of confirmation for her, things coming to the surface. Let me see. What else? Let me get Taylor's energy around this and then Blake's energy in response to basically being turned down. I don't think Blake's used to hearing no. And I don't think that she does very well with it. Yikes. Okay. How Taylor feels, a little more energy about how Taylor feels about Blake. The King of Pentacles. Ooh, okay. I think that she thinks that Blake and Ryan, this is Ryan as well. I think that she thinks that Blake and Ryan have a lot of interest in money and it's kind of off-putting. Now, that's kind of funny and hypocritical because we know that Taylor loves money. But I think that she feels like this is money at the expense of anything else, including their friendship. So I think that that is a big turnoff for her. And I do think that she sees Ryan as a big part of the problem. But if Blake isn't going to stand, this is such a weird story. This is all alleged. Oh my God. But if Blake isn't willing to like also draw her boundaries with Ryan and that trickles into everything, then Taylor has to be the one to draw boundaries with them. It feels like they have kind of a little bit of a toxic relationship. Maybe it's like overly based on materialism or something, but this is like Ryan really wanting money and wanting things that he wants. Um, yeah, and Taylor's like, I don't want to get swept up in this. This is like y'all's thing. This is y'all's story. This is how you guys go about things. I don't want to go about things in this way. It's very intense though. Like this feels really intense. Yeah, cloud goblins. Yes. Thank you, Sage. Thank you, Sage. Sage, like, yes, exactly. Yeah, not used to hearing no, right, Sage? She's just not. She does not handle it well. Okay. So let's pull a card for Blake. How did she feel when Taylor said no to her coming to the Chiefs game? I'm sure that was shocking. 9 of Swords, you guys, you can't make this stuff up. When the tarot T is just dead on. Yeah. 9 of Swords. This is the anxiety and stress card. Absolutely. I think that for Blake, this was like it all comes crumbling down because I think that she's pretty insecure, even though she projects this kind of narcissistic attitude. I do think that she is very immature. And so I think that for her, she really does rely on like outside feedback a lot. Um, and so I think that when Taylor said no, she was just sort of like, uh-oh, like I really messed up, like this might not work out as well for me as I thought it would. I guess her dragon, her dragon might not actually be her dragon. Let's see what else. Sage said, "It could totally see that Ryan seems like a control freak, tyrant, and completely power hungry." He really does. He really does. It's like beyond that little lighthearted exterior, it's like someone who he has a lot of Scorpio in his chart. And it does seem like someone who wants control of the situation. And whether or not, they're gonna try it the nice way first. And then if that doesn't work, I think they're gonna try it, the hard way. So either way, yeah, I think he has a bad side. Okay, anything else about Blake? My God, you guys, that's crazy. 8 of Cups walking away. I do think that they're having marital issues. Oh, wow. I think they're having marital issues. That's what I feel immediately. Um, this is really strange. I think that Blake is also trying to figure out now. Okay, like wow, I feel like she's having she has a Virgo stellium, okay? And with the South Node in Virgo, she is having to rethink her past actions. She's having a big moment of reflection. I wonder what personal year she's in. I think she was born on the 25th. She born on August 25th? Dang it. I don't know. Um, but I'm very curious to see what type of year this is for like in numerology, because that can tell us a lot about the specific changes and the letting go. But she is having to let go of something. So walking away, she's either walking away from Taylor or walking away from Ryan. Maybe she's deciding who she's going to walk away from. But yeah. So for Blake, I do think that this transit of the North and South node is going to be her having to walk away from something or someone. And we're gonna see it. It's gonna be obvious. It's gonna be really obvious. Wow. Oh, this is intense. I do feel like she's getting her karma, and I don't mean to say that like in a mean way, because it sucks for people to have to suffer and go through stuff. But I do feel like she's had a long history of thinking that she was sort of invincible or treating people a certain way, which we've seen on camera. And it seems like things are rebalancing. She's having to like face the music in a way and realize where she's been wrong. And I still don't know, Justin Baldoni still could have done those things. We'll see. It'll all come out. But I feel like she's also really having to do some reflecting. This is a very intense time for her in general. Dang. Oh my God. Okay. What are you guys saying? That was crazy. Hmm. Yeah. Totally, Sage. Gigi says Ryan has a stellium in Scorpio. Oh my God. Okay. Very interesting. Thank you for that, Astro T, Gigi. That's a big deal. Stellium and Scorpio, I mean, it's really hard. I'll tell you this. I have Scorpio Venus and Scorpio Moon and Pluto and Scorpio in the 10th house. And I will tell you, when it comes to career, like all of that for me is in the 10th house. When it comes to career, I am very like, and I've worked on this over time and I can, none of us are perfect, but I can be a control freak about that stuff. Like I get anxious about things not working out right. I definitely, and I work alone for the most part because I have my own thing going on, but it's hard for me to like let go. And I feel like if you are in a situation where you have a Scorpio stellium and you're like not aware of your tendencies to be overly concerned about details and maybe a little controlling low key on certain elements of things, if you just let that run wild and you're not aware of it, like, and your ego takes over, oh, that'd be so bad. That'd be so bad. Like, I genuinely have to lean into my Cancer 6th house and, like, balance the nurturing elements. He needs to get into astrology, basically. That's the moral of the story. Ryan needs to get into astrology, have his birth chart read, do some balancing. Okay, yeah, Sage says, "Not surprised with Scorpio stellium." God, Scorpios, you gotta be aware of who you are, okay? You gotta own it and nip that nip that ish in the bud. Okay, Heat Lifer says, "The difference to Blake and Ryan, I feel like Taylor works hard and doesn't like people playing her like what happened with the label company, and Taylor is big in donating to those that need it." Oh my god, yes. Heat Lifer for real. For real. Like, when I saw all the things that Taylor did with her money, during that tour, how she donated in every single city that she went to the food banks, and, like, she's done a lot of good here in Kansas City, some that's been talked about, some that really hasn't been covered very much in the news. It's just like, yeah, I think that she has a really good heart. I still think that she lives very lavishly, and I guess, that's her business, can't tell people what to do with their money, but, like, I don't know, I feel like, yeah, she does give more than a lot of other celebrities, and certainly more than Blake and Ryan. I mean, I haven't really heard about much that they do anyway. Moving on. Um, Sage says, "I think he may have done things." Oh, she wasn't aware if that could hinder the lawsuit and reputation. Ooh, Sage. Totally. Like, I could see him stepping in and, like, maybe, yeah, trying to take over when he doesn't even have the full picture. Maybe he's the one that even initiated the lawsuit or pushed for things and wasn't aware fully. I don't know. When that video came out, the recent one, have y'all seen that? Like, the 10-minute video that Justin released with Wayfarer Studios? My impression was that it felt more like she was, like, into him, and, like, and I know this goes against my last reading, so I don't know. I mean, their situation is very confusing, I'll be honest, because I've read them twice. Once I got more about him, once I got more about her, and I feel like there are so many feelings here that it's really hard to read. Um I'll have to do another one, like, when, feel more, like, settled about it and, like, more clear-headed, but it's like it's a very emotionally charged situation, but in that video, it seemed to me like she wanted his attention, Justin's attention, and he wasn't really giving it to her. He kept, like, going back to talking about his wife and wanting to sort of, like, get through this scene, and even made a comment at the very end saying, "Okay, well, we have, like, 7 or, like, however many minutes of footage, like, we definitely got it," like, almost sarcastically, like, and she seemed like she was sort of, like, effing around a little, like taking too long, giggling, and then being like, I think it's more than just cute, like, about their relationship. It was, like, sort of someone who's immature, wanting him to, like, I don't know, be, like, captivated by her. I don't know, did y'all feel that? I felt that way, and it felt really weird. I was like, "This is icky." I felt like she was kinda being creepy. I don't know, and he was uncomfortable. Well, but we'll have to see all the facts. Okay. Sage says, almost like going behind her back to stick it to Justin. Interesting. Justin's coming through with the receipts, so totes think that's why they're trying to put a gag order on him slash his lawyer. Yeah, the gag order looks very sus, doesn't it? Gigi says, and the South Node all over her Virgo stellium. Yikes, right? Just a lot of letting go, a lot of karma. A lot of karma. Eesh. It is what it is. Hello, it is what it is. Says, hi everyone. Oh my god, I finally caught a live stream. VOD watcher. Yes. Well, I'm so happy that you're here. We were talking about Ryan and Blake and Taylor Swift. But I'm so happy that you're here. Let's see. Her nose comment was so out of pocket. It really was, especially because if you look at old photos of her, she's had her nose done. So, maybe that's why she didn't feel like weird talking about it. Maybe she knows, like, she thinks he knows that she had it worked on. And so she's like, well, I had one done. But it still, like, wasn't funny. It's like, it was very awkward too. Like, she's not as funny as she thinks she is. I don't know. It was awkward and weird and very rude. I don't know. And also she knows how it feels because she got hers done. So it's like, why would you say that to someone when you obviously felt uncomfortable about your own nose at one point in your life? Okay. Anyway, I am very annoyed by it. Sage says, yep, saw the vid. Okay. I think Justin thought she was beautiful and found her to be a muse. Oh, but he'd never step out on his wife. Blake seemed into him, competitive, uncomfy with intimacy. T. T Sage Moon, yes. Uncomfy with the intimacy, but definitely into him and competitive. Mhm. for sure. She seemed like she wanted him to think that her relationship with Ryan was, like, very, like, romantic and sexy. It's, like, weird, like, why do you care? And, like, kind of comparing it to his marriage. It was weird. Yuck. Okay. He Lifer says, "Yes, saw the video, and I couldn't see how or where he was being creepy." Right? Because they were talking about personal things and were laughing. Yeah, and it was like a romantic scene. Like, when you're acting, if you are acting a romantic scene, like, yeah, I mean, I don't know. Okay, it was so mean girl of her. It really was. And I'm trying to be on the girl's side, but I don't trust Ryan or Blake. I know, me too. Me too. Me too. And I want to believe her. And maybe there were other things that happened that we didn't see. Like, maybe the creepiness happened later. Maybe that's why there's a gag order because it's out of context or out of order. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Like, we'll see. We'll see. I'm not ruling out that he still did creepy stuff because it's very possible. Because, like, what was the timing of this video? Was it at the very beginning and then later she thought he was creepy? Or maybe he felt like he had the green light. And so then he started doing more stuff and she was like, no, I don't know. Okay. So we'll put a pin in that. I feel like we got some pretty good tea there. Next story. So a lot of influencers, this is just kind of like some social media tea. So influencers, a lot of them like expose their secrets on TikTok when they thought that TikTok was like not coming back. And it does seem like things are still a little bit off. I deleted my TikTok app and I'm not going to be re-downloading it. So whatever. But that's just me. So I think that it would be interesting to pull some cards and see like if TikTok, if that space is gonna change any based on this. So, like, for example, Meredith Duxbury, do you guys remember the TikToker who got famous for, like, taking the makeup and, like, she would, like, squeeze the foundation, like, down her face? It was, like, everywhere. And she's, like, become a model since then, and she's, like, very successful, but she, like, admitted it, that she would wipe off some of it and then do her makeup so that it would, like, look good. And it's funny because other people were, like, trying to copy it, and they would just cake the makeup on thinking that she left it on her face as well. So, like, she started this crazy trend, and she wasn't even doing it that way. And then there were mukbangers who shared that they don't actually eat all the food. It was basically just piercing a hole in, like, the facade. That is social media, and it is all facade, right? It's all fake. It's all entertainment. Even though these, like, other people who did, like, I think their names are Nikki and Gabby or something. They're, like, really popular social media influencers, and they would do a day in the life, and they admitted that it was, like, not even their real bedroom. Like, I mean, it's just and no one would think that. Like, they were kind of ahead of their time, to be honest. They were producing things like it was, like, a real set, you know? So, let's just see how will, like, influencer content change after all of these, like, confessions? Knight of Swords. Okay. So this is funny because swords are communication and we are talking about media and communication. This is moving forward aggressively. Interesting. Let me get a clarifier there. Hmm. Eight of Pentacles. Okay, people are going to have to work harder now. My God, on social media in order to make an impact, in order to make progress. I do think that we are seeing another shift based on just people becoming more aware of how much of social media is fake, which we've known for a while, but this was sort of like confirmation. Pluto and Aquarius transforming technology, social media. A lot is changing right now, of course, including the social media space. So people are going to have to work really hard. Knight of Swords to get their ideas out there. At the bottom of the deck, what we don't see is the Three of Cups. This is a celebration and people like doing things together, being emotional. So I wonder if, do you guys remember when like those, I mean, these people are very problematic, but like Vlog Squad or like, I don't know, like not necessarily family. This is more like friends, like groups of friends. We may see more content of like groups of friends. I feel like this is sort of a resurgence of something that happened before. We want to see people having fun these days and people that have like genuine connections with others. So I could see like, yeah, people with their friends having like podcasts where they're like hanging out with their buddies and like people enjoy seeing that. People having fun, people, yeah, interesting. Okay. What else? So maybe less solo content, more like collaboration among real friends or siblings. Hmm, I wasn't expecting that, but okay. Page of Wands, a new beginning. Yeah, a fresh start. Definitely. We're going to see people innovating and trying new things, which I feel like everything's been tried. So I'm curious to see what that would be. But yeah, people are going to have to work harder. People are going to have to try new things, collaborate, put their heads together with their friends because I just don't think that the same type of content that we've been seeing is going to continue to be popular. People are definitely um over a lot of, the content that we've been seeing. Okay, anything else for social media? For the future of social media in 2025, I guess. Temperance, Sagittarius energy. Yes, so travel, international content, travel, um, hmm, people showing like different perspectives, different things going on I really feel like this is like in the world. So maybe like people watching more from like different countries, expanding their horizons. What else? The moon. Oh, this could be like content like this actually. Um, yeah, like emotional content that like feels emotional or like fills up your cup. Also mystical content. So very interesting. So like travel and like mystical things like astrology, literally the moon. Okay, I like it. We're in. Sign us up. We're still on that road to 2K. We're very close, by the way. Okay, Sage says, stop it. It is what it is. Hold on. Hold on. It is what it is. Just said, I've been getting recommended solo travel vloggers lately on YouTube, and that's not the content I watch. Oh my God. Okay, it is what it is. Thank you for that clarification or that confirmation. That's where it's at. That's where it's at. So, you guys, we're going to go to Fiji next week and Australia because I'm going to actually a social media conference in Australia. And I signed up for this before all this stuff happened with the TikTok ban and all that. So this resonates. This feels real to me. I'm going to learn a lot there. I'll come back and share the tea with you guys, and I'll be posting about it just like from an international perspective, what's happening, what's changing, and how we can like stay connected to the world at large um, amid all this like censorship and things happening here in the States. But yeah, very interesting. Okay. Hmm. Maybe I should just like travel vlogging while I'm there. Okay. Thank you for that. It is what it is. All right. Let's see. Sage said, oh my god, Sage, I'm dead for the Blake tea that you just spilled. Her allegations seem to be him trying to act in love with her, which is his job, right? She said before she can't just read a script and get into character, so acting may not be for her. Yeah, why would you say that? Hmm? It doesn't even make sense. Why would she say that as an actor? Listen, I took many, many, many acting classes, okay? And you guys know acting is one of my other like favorite things to do. You definitely have to get into character. You have to like become the character. You have to get into the mindset. You have to dress like the character, think like the character. It's like so much fun because you're playing pretend. If you can't get into a character, yeah, definitely acting is not for you. Like it's a very creative, like childlike thing. At least for me, that's how it feels. It just feels like fun. And you're just playing, like playing pretend like you used to do as a kid. That's so weird. I guess she just can't let go enough. Maybe it's like a lot of Virgo. Um, she's gotta balance that. She's gotta balance that out. Oh, wow, that's crazy. Okay, it is what it is. Let's see. It's been pushed on my feed. Interesting. Okay. Interesting, interesting. Heat Lifer says the Blake and Justin thing makes no sense. It really doesn't. Because it was his film. Follow the script or they hire another actor. And then on her part, if there was so much that she didn't agree with, why not walk away? That's a good point. Heat Lifer. Good points have been made, right? I don't get it. Yeah, I don't get it. It's really gotten dramatic and crazy. Gigi says her parents are actors, so she probably fell into that path by default. Oh, interesting, Gigi. Like doing something that you don't really feel is aligned with you. I wonder if during this transit of the North Node in Pisces, South Node in Virgo, she's going to change career paths. Like maybe she'll really put everything into like her hair care brand or something and step away from acting. I don't know. Very interesting. I do think as a Leo rising, she likes the attention of it all, though. So it would probably be hard for her to walk away from it. Sage says exactly. She says the fashion helps her step into the character, but then she got mad at that journalist who asked her about the fashion in a period piece she played in. Yeah, that was really weird. I watched that interview as well, and she was like, "They wouldn't say this about the guys." It's like What? Like, yeah, I think they would. Like, I think they would. It just came across as mean. Like, I think sometimes actors can be, like, extremely, insecure. She's also made comments about her mom, like, needing to be right all the time. So I wonder if her mom wasn't super nurturing, and maybe Blake has always felt like this is just devil's advocate here. Maybe Blake has always felt like she had to be a star in order to feel good about herself and to get attention, and maybe as an adult, um, she feels like she still needs to get that attention or she's not worthy. And so she's willing to manipulate or do whatever. I mean, that's kind of how narcissism, one way that it can form in a person is, them not feeling inside like they have enough. So they're just taking all the time. Doesn't make it right, but it's actually very sad. So, huh. But it's also very damaging to other people. So, that's a whole mess. Wow. I think Colleen, the author of the book, specifically requested to have Blake be Lily. Ah, yeah. Makes sense, Sage. It is what it is. Says, did you see the Sloan video about Blake and Anna Kendrick on A Simple Favor too? I sure did. It is what it is. I sure did. Yeah. I mean, pretty bad. Pretty bad. I believe it was Sony or Colleen who asked specifically for Blake. Okay, interesting, Gigi. Yeah, I mean, theoretically, you would think she would be the perfect person to play a part in a film where it's heart, but it's also something that needs to appeal to the masses. I mean, Sister of the Traveling Pants, I think that's one of the best movies of all time. At least back when I saw it at like what, 13 or 15 or something. I don't remember how old I was, but like great movie. So I always looked at her as a great actor. Gossip Girl, that was great. Gossip Girl. Oh no, that was great. And so I don't know. It's like it's really weird to me. The stuff that she's been saying, the way that she's been acting, it's really like kind of confusing. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe she's going through something. Okay. And then we have a couple more stories to get through before we wrap it up here. All right. So, next one, controversial, you guys, this is nuts. Controversial YouTuber Mr. Beast, who, by the way, is still in hot water, still, I think, being investigated for some things that went on during his like big show that's like, I think, an Amazon show. I honestly don't pay that much attention to him. I think he's like very annoying and problematic. Well, he may be about to buy TikTok. So he announced that he wants to buy TikTok and will be putting in an offer. He has billionaire backers, and allegedly, that's kinda how he got his start anyway. He had people invest money so that he could, like, do a lot of these big spectacles. Anyway, but people have said a lot of things about him, like, and how, just the way that he runs his challenges, the way that he does his giveaways and stuff, like, a lot of it is for show. People end up, like, not getting all the money, or they don't have the proper supplies while they're there competing, like, women didn't have sanitary products and things, and, like, just really icky. Like, it feels like someone who just wants to be successful at all costs and is willing to cut corners. Mm. It's bad. It's bad. So I want to pull some cards to see if that's going to happen because this man already has quite a bit of power and money and influence. And I think this is his way of wanting to solidify his place. And there's also been some talk about him wanting to run for political office in North Carolina. So purchasing TikTok and running for office, I don't like it. It seems like he wants to be the next president. Okay, I said it. Let's pull some cards. Allegedly for entertainment purposes only. Let's just pull some cards for Mr. Beast. I actually just want to do past, present, future and see if anything comes up about him purchasing something. In the past, it is what it is. Yes, agreed with you about the Blake thing. Mr. Beast, evil man, right? He does. Even his name, Mr. Beast, he has an evil vibe for sure. Oh my God, you guys. Okay. We got this though. I'm like coaching myself. Okay. In the past, justice card. Yes. He has had issues with the legal side of things. Yeah. Legal problems, issues, trying to keep himself out of the justice system, trying to navigate that. Calling into question his moral character for sure. That has been ongoing for him. Okay. What about in the present moment? Allegedly, Six of Pentacles. Trying to give gifts. This could be allegedly, for entertainment purposes, bribes. This could be trying to buddy up with certain people that do have resources. The Six of Pentacles, this is friendship and money. So this is combining your resources with other people. This is trying to basically, beg, borrow, allegedly steal your way into whatever it is that you're trying to get, but specifically bribing because this is like giving people things, or I guess technically could be purchasing something. So, yeah, in the present, trying to purchase something with the help of his friends, these billionaire buddies that he has, that he just met with. And he's been like talking about how he's going to do this. Okay. And in the future, I know Mr. Beast don't need to get in on nothing. I know. Sage. Terrifying. Actually, not terrifying. Just whatever. I already deleted it. Like, I'm looking for the next thing. Okay. Oh, we got 2 cards. We're gonna take them. In the future, we have this 3 of Wands, still looking for the future. I mean, definitely this is a person who always wants more, more, more. Um, enough is never gonna be enough. So this is continue to look to the future, 3 of Wands. This is action, passion, wanting to go, go, go. And then paired with the Knight of Wands. This is someone who's riding off into, battle or riding into to get what they want, like on their horse, moving forward quickly. Yeah, that's 2 wands cards. Let me get a clarifier. That doesn't tell me though if he's gonna buy TikTok or not. Allegedly. I don't think. Yeah. Okay. Feel so much better. 10 of Pentacles. He doesn't have, well, I think he does have enough money because he could do it. But the 10 of Pentacles, this is in reverse. This is something about like money and power. I think that he's going to be blocked by other people who want to retain that money and power. I just think they're not going to let him in because it's like this new kid on the block. Like we don't want to split power with him because he's already too powerful. So we do think that there's a cap. Oddly enough, I think that the other powerful tech people are going to be like, no, you're not coming up here. You're not going to start taking our stuff because I think that he is a threat to them. So yeah, 10 of Pentacles in reverse. So that's a no, but this is going to only inspire him to continue to pursue money and power, which I think he's been doing anyway. So more of the same. But yeah, he's trying. 6 of Pentacles. He's going to keep trying. Oh, Lord. All right. No surprises there. And let's see. Okay, last story, and then we're going to do our little inspo uplift, and then that'll be our tea. So, okay, next story, Paul Mescal and Gracie Abrams. So, oddly enough, and sadly, they both started crying at a restaurant, sparking rumors that they have broken up. Now, as of now, there's been no official confirmation of a breakup, but this is very alleged. Rumors have been swirling about a couple things, actually. The first thing is that people think that Paul is actually in love with Daisy Edgar Jones, his former co-star. They've talked about being really great friends. I did read an article about it. Yes, they do seem like over the top. Like they are the best, best, best of friends. They both talk about each other like that. I don't know. I mean, could there be a crush? I think yes, but we'll see. We'll pull a card to see. And then sadly, people also think that he may have a problem with drinking too much and with cheating. And these are just according to sources. So we'll see. We're gonna pull some cards. And then somebody else put out there that they think he might go for Ariana Grande after seeing like an interview that they did together, which it was spicy. I noticed that too. So wouldn't that just be the cherry on top? Okay, so first let's see, how does Paul really feel, allegedly for entertainment purposes, about Daisy Edgar Jones? Is he in love with her? Okay, we're just going to ask. I genuinely think the government wants to own it. It is what it is. I agree. 100%. 100%. I agree with you. And I think that they will. I think they will. Unless, yeah, I think they will. Okay. We'll report back from Australia. Oddly enough, at this conference, there are going to be people there from Spotify, from TikTok, and I don't think from Meta. But yeah, so I'm going to be learning. I'm going to trip the TikTok person. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Okay. All right. Let's let's see what is going on. How does Paul feel about Daisy Edgar Jones? Interesting. The Justice card. Okay. Feeling like his character is being called into question. Yes, but how do you feel about her? This is a defensive card to pull. Page of Pentacles. Okay. Hold on. I'm not getting love. I'm getting Page of Pentacles. Like that's like an acting job. So that's like working, truly like working together vibes. Although she does look very, I mean, he has a type. Let's just say that. She and Gracie Abrams look, not the same, but similar-ish. The Fool card, starting fresh. Yeah, this is a no. Yeah, Four of Wands in reverse. No. No, I think that this is basically like saying that it's a rumor, um, that they are colleagues with the Page of Pentacles. They bonded over doing something new together, brand new. I don't know if this was like both of their biggest acting job or big break. The Fool card, yeah, doing something new again, bonding through that and being annoyed actually that this is being called into question. Four of Wands, so not a passionate thing. Okay. T. All right. What about, oh my God, guys, I have to leave here at like noon. I have like 2 minutes. Okay. Speeding up. Okay. um, Paul Mescal and Gracie Abrams. Why were they crying? Allegedly. Four of Cups. Yes, you guys, this is crazy. Look, the person's sitting there sad and crying. When the T is just too dead on. That's wild. Okay, explanation. The death card, the breakup. Yes, they were breaking up. They were breaking up. I'm sorry, you guys, but when the tarot T is just too dead on. Like, what? Yeah, guys. Just it doesn't get more clear confirmation than that. Thank you, Spirit. Spirit knew I was in a hurry. All right. Four of Cups and Death card. Yeah. Okay. Very sad, but the ending of that. Okay, now I'm going to pull an angel card. How can we all feel more peace during this time of transition where a lot of us are feeling stressed out? Angel card. Let's clear our energy. The cards never lie. The cards never lie. It is what it is. Okay, we have an abundance mindset. Okay, I like this. Thank you, Spirit. If you think of your abundance as something that happens in the future, then it will always be one day away from you. See, feel, think, and speak of abundance as something you already have in the present moment, and that is what you will experience. Okay, so we need to uplift our attitudes, speak positively. Okay, I like it. What else? Wait, what? Oh my God, Sage, I'm dying. I have 1 minute, or else I would respond to all of these. Heat life, I'm gonna have to put a pin in that. Dang it. If I had more time, I would, but I will be sure to pull cards on that next time. And then we have Razor promotion. Okay. So I guess we're all about to get a promotion. Congratulations, an increase. Oh, these are both about abundance, though, you guys. An increase in your abundance flow awaits you. This is a result of your positive focus and willingness to take action based on your divine guidance. Keep up the good work. Okay, so basically, all of us just need to tap into our own abundance and positivity, do our best to be a light, even if we feel uncertain. I appreciate that, and I love that. And one Britney Spears Oracle card. God, literally, it's almost time to go. The Goddess. We're all gonna get pregnant. Just kidding. Okay. The Goddess card. The Goddess card is basically talking about creating new things, whether it's actually becoming a mother or tending to your creative spark and your creative projects. Keep your creativity alive. Creativity is very healing, and it's just a great way to, yeah, continue to nurture yourself. So nurture yourself, nurture those around you, and yeah, and you got this. Abundance, nurturing, love. It's all good. Okay, guys, I love you so much. Thank you for hanging out with me this morning. Sending you guys a big hug, and so excited for everybody that has joined Patreon. Members, keep an eye out for that video coming up later, and patrons, you guys as well. But I'll talk to you guys soon. I love you. Big hugs, big hugs. Sorry I have to run so fast, but this was really fun hanging out. Thank you for everybody who joined us. Thank you. It is what it is. I'm glad you could be here. Yeah, it was like, oh Lord, not another Hollywood age gap. Okay. I know, right? Please no more. We can't take it. Okay, love y'all. Bye, guys. Have the best day, and I will talk to you very soon. I'll see you another live stream this weekend. And members and patrons, I will see you guys later today. Bye, guys. Thank you, Sage. Love you. Have a good Friday.